y'all ready? What? Yeah. Y'all ready to play some football? Suggestion. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up.
If you want some, come get some. Cause where I'm from, we so big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it.
That's good. Welcome to Herd Talk. It kind of caught us off guard today.
Really did.
We're going live again today, man. Herd Talk, man. Just talking football, man. Talking everything this 2023 season. Like I said, we're excited coming in. We're expecting a great year, man. Once again, I'm here with my quarterback, T-Hawk, my lineman, Kenshaw Lawson.
Yo.
And we're going to get into
here.
just talk about a few things, man, just off the top of the dome. I want to speak on leadership. It's one of the things I want to talk about early today. It's something that it doesn't get spoken on a lot. That's very underrated. But in leadership, for those that come on and watch this, y'all can post questions in the comment section. What is leadership to y'all? What does leadership mean? How valuable is it to a team? Because we all know that football is the ultimate team sport. And so what is leadership? How valuable is it? How much do you need it on your team? How many players need to be in the mindset of a leader? How many do you need on a team? You have 11 men on the football field at a time.
Right.
So how valuable is that? And I asked my guys too, what do you think, about leadership?
I feel like leadership play a big cause on the team because, like, you got rookies out there and they can bring new problems. Like, you got to have somebody that's going to set forth, the standard of the team of how we rocking, how we coming, how we do things around. Because it could be negative that they bring and it can separate your team. Some people might not like what they doing out there, and if you got a leader, they can go ahead and sit them down, this is how we coming. This is what we do. And if you got good leadership, it ain't going to do nothing but bring positivity to the team, make people want to come see what we got going on and bring a bigger audience.
Right. What you say about it, T?
I pretty much agree with Keyshawn. Like, you have to add a couple of things in there. Being a leader is more than being a leader on the field. You have to be a leader off the field. I feel like communication is the main key of being a leader because how can I put it? Not being able to speak to somebody doesn't make you a leader. You have to be able to speak to anybody and take it. You know what I'm saying? What is criticism? What is just, telling you what it is. A lot of us want to be leaders, but sometimes you have to admit that we're followers. You know what I'm saying? So in order to lead, you're going to have to follow one day to learn. So, leadership, like I say, it plays a big role, like on and off the field. You got to be able to take anything that's being said and still be able to lead your team, lead your brother, because they're looking at you.
And you just can't be a leader just to say you a leader, because I remember times just speaking on myself that I thought I could lead, but I couldn't lead because, I wasn't trying to follow nobody that was leading, So you always got to be that follower to know how to be a leader. Because like I said, me being a leader before, it wasn't good because I never took out the time to follow a real leader.
Right.
Hey, that was some good answers, man. And I like that, what you just said, taking the time out because a lot of things about leadership is also, being able to hold yourself accountable.
Right.
For your good and your bad. Sometimes we don't like what we hear. But sometimes we need to hear it.
Need to.
And so, and that's a big thing, and that goes from top of organizations down to the very last man on the team to the water boy.
That's the
you
life
have to
period.
Speak truth. The more truth and the more honesty and the more openness that we have in the communication in any type of organization, whether it's a business, a football team, or whatever, it always takes leadership, it takes communication, it takes honesty, and it takes trust. Without those things, you won't be as successful as you should be.
It won't last long.
And so, that's a great thing, man. I also say even being a leader is like, what I've learned over the years is just setting the example, right from the door. In most cases, try to be the first one at practice, try to be the last one out. Every time you step on the field or in the weight room, whatever it may be, it's 110%. And so I think those are big things and stuff like that. Being able to uplift your teammates as well as scold them. Also being able to handle scolding, as these guys said before. And so all those things play a part in being a leader.
And then,
And that leads to my next question with that. Just to tag along with that right there, playing roles, understanding how a player roles. What do you think about playing roles? How is it if you're not the leader, if you're not that guy on the team, but you're one of the guys on the team, you in that herd? How do you play a role in the herd? How do you handle playing that role in the herd? Can you handle it? Can you handle constructive criticism? Can you handle it when a leader, puts you in your place? On the sideline, whether it's in practice or in the game. How do you handle those situations? What's the best way to handle those situations? This time I take it to you, T.
Well, man, I can speak on it a whole lot because being a role player is you're pretty much a difference maker. A lot of people don't look at it like that because they always look for that C on their chest or their leadership role. Like, you don't have to have that to be a role, an asset to the team. A lot of role players become leaders, and they just listen and they learn. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with, I know I ain't good enough here, but I can help out here. You know what I'm saying? You know your role, and you letting the coach know what you're able to do. So it's just like, be accepting to your role and give your all when you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all about a C on your chest. It's not all about leading and doing this. Sometimes you may drop down from your position to play something else, or you may sit here and talk to another person that's trying out for the same position you, because guess what? At the end of the day, you want each other to succeed because we got the same name on our chest.
Right. Well, what I gotta say, like, I've been in that position before, and I realized, like, sometimes you gotta play the role because, practice make perfect. And you might got somebody right there in front of you or whatever, but as long as you keep practicing what you're doing with that leader that's in front of you, his time gonna come and it's gonna be your time to shine. Right. And when he step down, you're gonna need to step up. We need you to do the same thing that you've been shown as a role player, and now's your time to be a leader. Like, no half stepping. And it's always good to have a good leader, because if you don't have a good leader, then how is you gonna have a great role player? Right. You gotta have somebody to come in and fill that position. I don't know about other people, but I don't want to sit on the bench behind somebody and they're not the best. I want to come in and be the best just like they the best. I want to play just like them. I want the same thing that they're doing, if not even better. So your leader is a big important role, and the role player is a big important role too. Stay down until you come up.
Right, because I can look at it, man. You being a role player, your job really is to bring the best out of your leader. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all play the same position, I'm gonna push you until I get everything out of you till you show me what you really got. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not that I'm getting on you because, you know what I'm saying, well, we battle for the same position. At the end of the day, guess what? If I'm going to be behind you, I'm going to make sure that you the best on the field right now. Because when you mess up, guess what? It's my time to step in for that role, and I got to lead the team. And I need you to play that role player like I did. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect thing for it.
Right. My role player might be better than your leader.
Exactly.
Right. Well, that poses another question within that question. And so a lot of times, like I said, I've been coaching this game for a long time now. And so I've seen a lot of different things on the sideline between players, even with coaches. And, with leadership and playing roles and, even in the smallest little things matter. And you can hear players chat and this and that. And so let's check out a scenario. In the midst of a game, you're playing and someone may not be having their best game. Mm-hmm. And, and so you may have other players that, think they can do it better. Now, we all kind of have those moments and stuff like that, man. And put me in that position, I think I can do this and I can do that. Right. But on the sideline, a lot of times I've seen players, kind of voice that out loud. In the example of sense like, oh, wow, This player didn't catch that pass. Well, you put me in it. Boy, if I was right there, I'd really be getting this done. I'd really be getting that done. Is that positive on the sideline, or is that negative? What do you look at that? Because me as a coach, I take that as a slight disrespect to your teammates. I think it's something that you can hold in confidence in yourself.
Right.
But sometimes it doesn't need to be said out loud in front of your teammates, or if somebody that you may be a higher caliber player, but you don't need to put that over your players' heads all the time just to let them know and just keep on just stumping their into their brain. Yeah, I'm better than you, and so yeah, what you can't do, I can do. Well, we know that already. So you don't need to keep voicing that on the sideline or walking up and down the sideline. Well, what this player can't do, I can do that. Well, man, I promise you put me right there. I promise I get that done.
Yeah,
Just trust your teammates and uplift your teammates. You don't need to speak on how great you are all the time. Just let
Right.
your play do the talking.
And that's slick down in your teammate. It's
Exactly.
it's like
That's
it's
my
like
point.
saying that I don't trust you. I have no motivation in you. I don't have nothing for you. I'm better than you. Like if we all on one accord, then I'm gonna come to you and be like, look, I know you better than that. I know you're better than that. I've seen you do better. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to get better. Like, we shouldn't be speaking on, I can do this better, because we move in one accord. We supposed to do it like a herd, the right way, the same way. We got to dominate, and we got to come out and really just do this. I don't really condone into, like,
Takes me them 3 teams.
well, I don't condone into a do it better. What you think, T?
Well, as far as that, man, like, I sit here and I pay attention because you have to understand when a lot of people do that means they haven't played for an organized football team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of semi-pro teams that have been out here for years that hadn't just really had coaches, like legit coaches. You have some that be out there coaching search but don't give a play. So they're gonna say that, and this is what they do in the middle of games, or I'm better than him, or man, I could have did this, I could have did that. It's all the hype of the game at that moment, but at the end of the day, if you know that it's going to cause negative to your sideline, keep your mouth closed. Like, for instance, I think when we played the preseason with the Owls, there was a guy that I brought out there, and he was on the sideline talking about what he did with this team, what he did with this team. At the end of the day, I had to pull him aside, and I snapped on him. I told him, like, hey, bro, this is not this team. This is organized football now. You're on the organization. I say it's a different from a semi-pro team from an organization. An organization, you do stuff the right way and in order. You feel what I'm saying? Semi-pro, then you just out there playing in the backyard. You feel me? So it's not about what you did for other teams. It's about you coming out there competing. So if you ain't out there on the field, that means you ain't out there competing. So everybody ain't gonna always have a A game. Everybody ain't gonna always have a B game. It's up and up. It's any given Saturday. You feel what I'm saying? It might not be your day.
I done had a game I failed here.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? That's what people got to realize. Every game ain't gonna be your game, and you got to understand and respect it to let the next man get up and do what he got to do. Don't down talk him on the sideline. Don't say nothing. If you ain't uplifting, don't open your mouth.
And things happen sometimes. Like, your mind can get cloudy, and we all human. We go through things that ain't even got nothing to do with football. So if you got something going on with yourself within life, how can you focus on what's going on with football? And then, I always heard from a coach say football is 90% mental and 10% physical.
Exactly.
So if your mental messed up, you're not going to act right on the physical side. You're just looking for one thing and one thing only, and that can crash the whole game.
Yep.
Right. And so even with that, and I go back into, role playing and playing roles. So, like I said, in any organization, you have owners, in some cases CEOs or managers and things of that nature, down to head coaches, assistant coaches, coordinators, then, position coaches and stuff like that. Then, like I said, you have your players and stuff like that. And so it's like playing roles. And so, like I say, the best organizations that I know, and that's from pros to college to, high school, semi-pro, whatever it may be, little league, everybody has a role to play.
Always.
And it's understanding and respecting those roles within each other and stuff like that. And, sometimes we're not always right. But understanding that in your role, you don't always have to be right or always have to correct the person. So, like, and it could be an instance, let's say a coach, OC, DC, head coach, whatever like that. Every decision they make may not be the exact right position or decision, or the decision that you like.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you respect those decisions that are made.
Big respect. That's the main
You
thing.
respect
Respect.
them, and you play your role to the T. You know, a lot of people say somebody like Bill Belichick is you would call him the GOAT, or say Nick Saban in college football, right?
Right.
You know, they praise him as the GOAT, but I can guarantee you that every player on that team doesn't like everything that he does.
Right.
Every coach doesn't like everything he does. That's a known fact. They don't like everything that he does, and so, but they don't buck the system just because they don't like everything. They play their role and get the job done. And what usually end up happening is successful. You know, those that don't play their role usually end up in the doghouse. You know, not to say that everything's right, but you play it to the best of your ability so that the team can strive, and not just because it's not just about you. It's always about the team and the team sport.
And Coach, I didn't say
it's not one-on-one. It's not golf. It's not boxing. It's football, which is the ultimate team sport. You know, and so you know, just wanted to speak on those things a little bit today, man, because like I said, this herd talk is about everything, man. It's about the game. It's about every aspect of the game. It's about the team. It's about this upcoming season. We got some good competition. Like I said, that first game of the season, March 4th coming, and we got those Panthers. And like I said, we want our lick back, fellas.
Hey, Coach.
You know, Byson coming for you.
To piggyback on what you said, I done seen some role players be bigger dogs than the leaders.
Hey,
Like coming up
like
in
that.
the college, you know what I'm saying? You done had your starter quarterback, but then I done seen that backup quarterback come in to be a higher stock than that starter and came in the lead and did way more than that starter.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's about moments. You know, sometimes every game isn't everybody's game. Sometimes this game right here, a receiver might get 12 catches. This next game, a running back might get 200 yards on the ground.
Right.
You know.
Only thing y'all gotta remember is just stay humble, man. But
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna go on a quick commercial break right quick. We're gonna get right back with y'all. So it's the herd talk, baby.
Big herd.
Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the WeBelieve.global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at WeBelieve.global. COVID's pioneering coronavirus protocol firm, SGE COVID Solutions, is paving the way forward for a safer city government, delivering cutting-edge biosecurity and biosafety protocols which have been developed internationally by top virologists and scientists, using an all-natural cleaning solution that kills COVID-19 on contact like no other product on the international market. Let SGE COVID Solutions provide innovative, rapid facilities testing and world-class, state-of-the-art biorisk safety protocols for all of your coronavirus needs.
Yeah, welcome back. Herd talk, man. Dropping big chunks out here, right in the grass, right in your lawn. Herd is coming through. We was just speaking on role playing, leadership, man, and things of that nature. Like I said, we got a big upcoming season, man. With them Panthers, you know, the defending champs, you know, coming out first game of the season, and so we coming out swinging hard. It's going to be the game of the week, you know. So definitely come on out to the School of the Blind on March 4th. Where we play at 7 o'clock, 7 that evening. Hey, get your popcorn, get everything ready out there, man. It's going to be a big game, man. We coming out there to run over them fellas this time, man. That's the goal, man, to run through them.
All right, run through them. Even though shout out to the league champs, we ain't taking nothing from y'all, but shout out to y'all. But we want what y'all got. We want what y'all got, and we determined to take what y'all got. Take it, like y'all ain't got to give it. We gonna take it.
Yeah, that's definitely it, man.
Good quality football.
We got some new teams in the league this year, man.
What we got?
Upcoming teams, man. We got the Magnolia Blues, you know, the Arkansas Bolts, and the Capital City Dolphins.
Magnolia who?
Magnolia Blues.
Magnolia. Hey, you know we Magnolia, right? We run Magnolia.
I don't know. Maybe they
Right now,
connected to
we
BB King or
mid-state.
something. I'm not sure.
We mid-state. from
Magnolia
Clayton,
Mid-State Byson.
Yeah. You know, so but yeah, they from around here somewhere down the road. You know, so we
Down the road.
We see them twice this year. I think they're in that conference. So yeah,
We
you
gonna
know.
kill
I
them.
wonder what their team gonna look like. Like, you know, you got some teams that'll come out their first year and they'll be dominant. Then you got some teams that just should have
Yeah.
kept playing with their son in the backyard.
What is a blues?
BB King.
It's a music note. You know, if you look up any logo or anything like that, it's a music note. So I don't know.
It must be off track.
Maybe it's about rhythm.
These last $2.
Yes, sir.
Can't have
Most
one, you
definitely,
gotta have three.
Josh Jones, man. Shout out to y'all Panthers, man. Hey, yeah, good luck on the season. Hey, well, I don't believe in luck, man. It's always God's favor in my eyes, man. No such thing as luck. But most definitely, man, can't wait to play you guys, man. And much respect. And we coming out there to try to get that title, man. And the first way to get it, man, is go ahead and get a W against you.
Knock you
fellas,
out that
man.
high horse.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
I don't think nobody practicing hard as us.
Hey.
I don't think nobody got what we got going on. I think everybody's sleep right now.
I think so. I think they just do them little one practice a week and post film, like, you know. But
Yeah.
they ain't really out here just grinding, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't nobody hitting nobody.
Them little 15 people come to practice and we 28, 30 deep, all offensive line. Your quarterback sitting back there looking like Twix. It's two of them.
I think when we play the Blues, it's really gonna be little people out there,
Oh, I don't know.
like little, like
I don't know what their team gonna look like. That's not really my concern at this moment.
forfeit in the self
I
quarter,
see you got one of
second
the
quarter.
guys out there laughing. He used to
To
be
my
over here.
Darren Love,
Yeah,
Oh,
Darren.
man.
Darren
You know,
Love.
he was. I recently met him last year or into last year. He was a cool fella. I hate to do him like that, you know. It's all love though. That's your last name. It's all love.
Hey, to the whole league. Do not bring your secondaries down here by the herd line. We silent but violent. We're not playing that this year. You come down there, the herd gonna step on you. What in the herd manure you gonna be in? That's what you gonna be in the herd manure. That's
You know
what's
what I
gonna
think,
happen.
though, for
What?
I think since we doing this podcast, I guess they feel like we talking like this just having fun expressing ourselves. Like they ain't just seen the real physical work that we putting in. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like I look at a comment as a comment. But we put them pads on, I don't know you till the end of the fourth quarter.
The herd
You feel me? So it's just like I ain't got no understanding, bro.
don't-
You got hurt on your chest.
Man, if they left from over here and they join another team and we play against them, Terry, I don't even know their first name, bro.
I know it first. I got to call that name to talk trash.
Who the-
Darren, you're not gonna catch a pick, Darren. Go back over there, sit on the sideline.
Who is Darren?
Love.
Is he a starter?
I don't know.
Probably not.
They got 16 people. He probably is.
He is.
I don't know.
They probably start because they need him to start. Nobody else there. Who is that?
Oh, hold on.
But nah, shout out Darren Love. At least he in the podcast. Hey, you know I'm gonna mess with you, Darren Love. You know what I'm saying? We still cool. It's all football talk. It ain't nothing else but football. No beef, no nothing. We love talking trash, and like people gonna talk trash to us. Like we shouldn't get mad about trash talking. I feel like everybody on our schedule is rivals. They try to talk about us, but ain't nothing to talk about because when the kickoff happen, people gonna be like, ooh, what happened to them?
But I mean,
What happened
that's
with
the whole
them?
thing about it, man. You know, it's a competitive sport. Everybody's gonna talk trash. You're gonna have fun. Hey, don't take it personal. I believe this motto. When it comes to talking trash, you talk trash, you have fun with it, as long as it doesn't get personal or disrespectful to any player or their families. Other than that, it's all cool with me. You talking much trash as you want. You gonna smash us, we gonna smash you, whatever it may be. You trash, I'm trash, whatever it may be, it don't matter. Once you getting into people's families or things of that nature, then that's when men turn into women. And that's definitely not what we're about. So we lead the women at home. This is a big boys game. And so if you're coming out there, put your hard
Not
hats
coach.
on. Let's go to work.
Not coach.
Michael LaFleur need a handkerchief.
He is not finna sit
Need a
here
handkerchief.
Yeah.
and be homer right now.
No, I mean, well, it's
When
everything
game
comes
day
with.
come, y'all gonna see a different man talking.
Hey.
He talking homely peaceful now.
Well, this is what I told people before. The goal of the mid-state Byson is to come over and take over the state. That's our goal.
Oh yeah.
Big respect to the ones that laid the foundation down, but our goal is to take over the state. That is the vision since the day in the inception of this organization.
Right.
Point blank, period. I don't need to say it much more than that.
We shouldn't think no lesser than
goes
that.
for Dynasty, that goes for Knights, that goes for the Southern Mississippi Titans, that goes for any team that is in Mississippi. Our goal is to take over the state. So at some point, we got to see everybody. We got to see everybody. You know, hey,
And if you ain't got your ducks in a row, it's a wrap.
that's it. Point blank. Period.
We speaking. You talking about Knights as in
Darren
N?
Love.
You talking about Knights as in NIGHT?
No, we ain't talking about them. Darren Love, if that happen, I buy your meal at the game. But 9 times 10, that's not gonna happen, sir. I like how you dream though. That's that light skin stuff.
Michael LaFleur said they got me crying. You need a handkerchief?
Yeah.
Yeah, paper towel or something.
And, so, but hey, just like that statement, that goes to what we talked about last week.
Right.
About the doubt and what people's perception of y'all are, and
I don't even
how you
know
have to
that.
treat people wrong. Well,
I don't know him either.
In this world that we live in, people talk. Women talk. Women gossip. They sit in front of the TV in boy shorts and bonnets and stuff like that, with house shoes on, and they gossip about other men.
Real, that teleport.
You know,
They make them talk.
Hey, I done really seen one of these guys with a bonnet on. To be honest with you, I done seen a couple on with a bonnet on. To be honest
I
with
don't
you,
even know if it's Taylor Port. I think
Well,
it's more
I'm
so like
I
a
ain't know you
Boone's
said-
Farm and
I know you said
Taco
about.
Bell or
I
something
want
like
bunnies
that.
to sleep now. I ain't know you said about.
hey Clinton, they got bunnies on and they ain't got Nike slides on. They got the ones that go between their toes,
I got Nikes. I got
Flip-flops.
Patriot slaps.
flip flops, pink ones
Walk to the kitchen and
with the flower on
and
it.
your feet clap.
The ones that come on your feet dead.
See y'all,
These boys,
y'all sliding into this extra stuff and it get
Hey,
real nasty.
they gonna need a pedicure.
Hey, let's talk about this game on the 28th.
Yeah.
What y'all think the competition gonna look like?
They gonna come fighting. I ain't gonna lie, they gonna swing. But I feel like we got them
We
Tysons.
come out on the 4th. We got to set that run game down. That's
Yeah.
what they coming to stop. They trying to make you one dimensional. That's what the Panthers want to do. They want to make you one dimensional, and so we can't let that happen. And so the goal is, hey,
Cool. You still talking about the Panthers? We talking about the Cardinals?
who the Cardinals? We play the Cardinals.
The preseason game.
What they call Lacom? They call Lacom.
Coach want the Panthers up there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie about you.
Y'all did Cam
Big
Newton
respect
wrong.
to
He
the
wants
Cardinals,
y'all.
but like I said, that first game of the season is big because we didn't play the Panthers twice. Well, actually 3 times because we went down there in another just little after season game or something
Lord,
like that.
yes.
They got the best of us all 3 times.
All 3 times.
When something like that happens, hey, that's something that sits on the back of your head, man, every single time.
So was it a game that kind of wowed you, or you was probably expecting more than what it was?
Well, I just know that we could have did better. Put it like that. We could have did better. But hey, you got to give respect due. Hey, at the end of the day, they landed on top. And so,
To be,
you got to get the bully off of you, man. You can't stay on the ground and let them pound your head. You got to flip them over.
Right.
you know how we've been
sometimes flip 'em
practicing.
over.
You know how we've been practicing lately, like how we really been going hard at it. The way we practice now, that's the way we gonna play them this time. Like the last couple times, we ain't really just linemen is really going at each other now. So now it's physical on physical. We tried to play cute with them, but now it's time to get nasty,
Well,
like real nasty.
like I said, that game is about setting
Dirty draws,
standards, man. We
nasty.
come out there and we play like we're supposed to play. We on that right path to getting that thing that we want. That's the rings on our finger and that trophy.
Mm-hmm.
On that shelf. And claiming kings of the throne, man. We supposed to be at the top of the mountain. That's what we want to do. And so that's the goal. And then I want back to back like Drake. Then I want 3-peats like Michael
Man,
Jordan.
why you bring that light
Then
skin?
I want to get to the point. Hey, I want to be like Bill Russell.
Right.
I want Bill Russell. I want 11 rings on 10 fingers.
It's starting to look like him.
Coach, you ain't got no hair in your head for the
Hey.
ball spot.
I can draw your
We
hairline
gonna
though.
get you there.
Ooh.
It's Dion. y'all.
Only thing different is about my coach, he have all his toes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Have mercy.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing beautiful more than the ball head, man.
That's what R. Kelly taught you.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Shout out. Yeah. And so, but like I said, iron sharpens iron, man. Iron sharpens iron. And so, in order to get to where we need to be, we got to see them fellas. But again, this game on the 28th against the Lacombe Cardinals, man, is going to be a big game, man. Going to be a big game. But let me ask something in this chat for these fellas that's in this comment section out there, man. I've talked with the players on here, man, about leadership. What is leadership, fellas? Y'all give me a answer in y'all mind. Somebody tell me what leadership is. Josh, Darion, Michael LaFleur, Lemon, any of you fellas that's on here, anybody else that's on here, man. What's leadership?
Leadership is the Byson.
It's leadership, man.
Byson.
No, love.
Nah, he ain't here, love. We ain't seen him.
He supposed to be with y'all.
He can come if he want though.
Nah, he a blues. We like R&B.
Why we need Darion Love over here asking about our roster? Y'all scared?
I think all these people like 5'6". I think tall person that got like 5'11".
Man, y'all.
They got this dude named Clint Poke Chop. Is it Pop Choke or Pop Toke? I don't know what it is, bro.
Pop Tart. It's sweet.
But we waiting on y'all response though, as far as the leadership role, man.
Clint, I thought he moved out of state.
He did.
He came back.
Oh, he came.
He came back for the Blues.
He came back
For the Blues.
He's driving to the Blues.
To the Blues. And Bisons don't even listen to music.
I'm telling you, we just run over stuff.
That's it. We just run over stuff. Like I said, when we get done playing you on our field, we gonna leave you laying in bison manure. It stank too. It stank. I almost said something, but it stank.
This statement because one of the fellow captains, he said that in the chat. Now y'all don't get this podcast twisted. You know what I'm saying? We ain't on here just talking noise. You know what I'm saying? It's all about bringing that fun back to the game of football.
Right.
When we put them pads on, it's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? We can talk and have fun, make y'all laugh and do this, that, and the third. But when it's time to touch that field, we silent until the fourth quarter.
Silent but violent.
It's still going to be silent because guess what? We can't talk until that last game and we holding that trophy up.
And
Having a conversation at the end of the game, only thing I can tell you, hey, good game, I'm gone. It's on to the next.
into the whole league, man, let's make football fun again.
Most definitely, man.
Let's make it fun again. Like, y'all, we ain't gotta have attitude. We going home to be with our family, but let's make the best out of really just uniting on the field together to have some fun. Like, I miss having fun. Let's have some fun. Let's talk trash and get over it. Let's get our panties out our butts to some teams out there, and let's play football.
And not just fun, man. Let's bring respect back to the game.
Respect.
We got a lot of guys in this thing that say they some straight ballers. They some straight ballers. If you some straight ballers, then we want to bring respect back to the game because we want this thing to venture out, just not outside, in Mississippi, but outside Mississippi. We want to be able to challenge those teams like, say, the Oklahoma Thunder and them other big teams around the country. Go to their place and make them want to come here. See, the true greatness of a team is when teams from around the country, the top teams in the country, want to come to you. When you're not really that good, they're going to make you come to them.
All right.
Because you don't deserve for them to travel. So what we want to get to the point is we want teams all around the country coming to us and play us. That's the goal. And in order for that to happen, you need ballers. Big-time ballers. Not guys that just play throwback football, but ballers. Guys that know how to run routes, that know how to read coverage, that know how to bust a zone up. They know how to,
Clog it up.
run fit. Linebackers that know how to hit, how to read the gaps. Know how to read a formation. All those type of things. Not just guys that play throwback football. You can say that stuff for the streets.
Move
We
the
need
pile.
ballers, man.
Move the pile like a herd.
Football players.
Let me say this back on your leadership role because I had talked to the owner earlier about doing this. We had a guy that we knew that was a real leader. You know what I'm saying? And we found out that he lost his life. So we just gonna have a moment of silence for like 5 to 10 seconds in memory of Keith Handy, that's Bird Uncle, aka the Tank. So we just gonna have a moment of silence just for a second.
Most definitely.
Thank y'all.
Most definitely. Rest in peace. Condolences to the family.
Man, that was a bull too, man. That was a bull. That was a bull. Rest in peace, Keith Handy. That was a bull.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. But we want to get it going, man. But yeah, we like I said, we finna get ready to go into another commercial break. Pay some bills, man. We'll be right back.
Oh, that's a commercial break. That was the end.
That's the end.
Oh, it's the end. Oh.
What? Yeah! Y'all ready to play some football? Suggestion, Mickey, say let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go. If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up.
If you want some, come get some. Cause where I'm from, we so big. And everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows something about it.
Are y'all ready? What? Yeah! Y'all ready to play some football?
that knows something.